Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. I hope you guys are all enjoying your day. It's been a pretty crazy day for me, man. 1st of January 2021, about to be a new crazy year for crypto. I've told you guys about this a couple of times already, but I believe 2021 might be the most pivotal year in crypto's history, if not 2020 already. Alright, it could have been that 2020 was actually what changed everything around since the whole pandemic came around and everything regarding that. It really pushed people towards newer investments and things against the US dollar, like for example Bitcoin. But that all aside, guys, make sure you press the like button, subscribe, and comment something down below, because by doing that, you actually enter automatically into our 250 XRP giveaway that we give away the first time a video hits 1,500 likes within 24 hours. Also, join Webull if you're from the US. Definitely check it out. You can get 4 stocks for completely free. Again, link will be down below. And even though it's not financial advice, check out GSX. I've been purchasing some of these. I think it is pretty cool. It's a gold-backed growth coin, the first of its kind. Basically, the value of the coin is supposed to increase as they get more gold, or gold-backed, gold-rich land, for example, and things akin to that. And yeah, you get a 5% bonus for using my link. There's also already a bonus going on, which might go down every single day, but that is that. So, Crypto Bull said, I believe that the XRP chart is still repeating the 2017 Fractal. The reason why this shakeout was so dramatic is because the gains will be astronomical in my opinion. So I personally believe that this is a very stupid yet possible explanation of what's going on. Now, the reason I'm saying it's stupid is because I don't think any fractal can actually compare to what's happening right now. I don't think the whole regulation push from the SEC was factored in, planned in, and you can actually not compare any of that together. But that's also maybe because I don't believe in the bigger picture here of everything being planned out and the fractals actually working. Because, well, for example, if XRP were to be, I guess, constantly sued for the next 3 years, the fractal definitely wouldn't work out whatsoever. It would look completely different, and the price would definitely keep dropping as they were to get, for example, new heavier lawsuits, or basically the price cannot really pump as long as this lawsuit is so uncertain. And when I'm talking about pump, it can't actually go back to 50 cents or so, because all that is basically below our earlier value of 80 cents, which it can't reach because the lawsuit isn't detrimental to a certain degree for XRP. It's basically very, very bad if it were to be a security, but it wouldn't even die out even if it were. And there's so many people who are still bullish saying it won't get called a security and it will be fine, and this is all part of the bigger picture, like me, for example, where, again, just buying it is not even a bad choice, and it could keep pumping, even though I'm not saying it's gonna. I said it could, and I wouldn't be surprised if we'd even see a 50 cent here within the next couple of times, or months, I should say. However, the bigger picture and the bigger idea, the one I can kind of guarantee, no, not guarantee, but kind of build on a little bit better, is the idea that XRP will gain again if the new document from February 15th or 22nd, depending on when exactly we see it, the rebuttal from Ripple against the SEC, or even Joel Katz's new statements, which he's running by the legal team right now, which may come out, may not, maybe 15th, maybe later, who knows. Maybe those can actually give people some more faith again in the crypto and actually start pushing the prices back up. At least I'm quite excited for it. Let me know if you guys are too in the comment section down below. And also where you guys watching from. Alright, a lot of you guys keep commenting it, but I see a lot of countries that I've never heard about in real life before. Literally, there's a couple of countries there which I've never seen. So I'm wondering, guys, have you ever been, what's the craziest country you've ever been to with the craziest name? Literally, maybe I should work on my topography a little bit. Just learn some new countries, some very small ones in some very strange places, because I thought I knew many, but sometimes I see some crazy ones from you guys. That's pretty funny. Then Mr. Use Case commented, I could have made money in many short-term plays, but I decided to play the long game with XRP because its concept and potential is freaking massive. I want life-changing money, not a second job, and that's one that I really dislike to agree with, but I do agree with. You guys get that? Where I really do not like to agree with it, but I definitely do, because it's basically the stance that I have too on the whole situation, where it's like, I would rather just lose money right now in XRP than accept the fact that it earned me maybe a couple $1,000s, because I'm still at profit. A lot of you guys say, you make these videos only because you're in loss with XRP, you're trying to get your money back or something like that, tweeting from your mom's basement or something like that. But no, it's definitely not the case. I see no benefit in that whatsoever, because even if I were to convince 10,000 people to buy XRP, you think that would really change the price? I personally am not believing it does. So whatever my efforts were to be, I think it's more so for the people that are already invested and that would just like to get updates for their own personal, maybe, I don't know, peace of mind. I don't know, because it's not financial advice regardless. I don't really think at all that we could manipulate the price in that sense, as unless some guys that are watching these videos have like millions of dollars that they're just trying to pump and dump. Yeah, if maybe like 5,000 people were to have $1 million, yeah, then maybe we're onto something. We're onto something pretty big. But what's the chance that we really have influence into such a huge market, especially considering what XRP wants to do? I kind of feel as if it makes no chance or no real big point. That's just kind of a disclaimer or side note. The real one is here about the fact that I would rather just lose a little bit of money rather than just, not get that chance. I would just want to risk it. I know it sounds really crazy, but I also tweeted it out, and it got actually quite a lot of attention. I was quite surprised with that. The first couple of hours, it didn't really do too good, but after a little while, it got a lot of attention, this little tweet of mine here. Let's quickly check it out. If I lose my money in XRP, I'll be proud I tried, which basically refers to the fact that if things were to go bad, which I don't suspect, but hey, what if, I'll be happy that I put some money in, and I'll be happy that at least I got myself towards the opportunity to make some. Right? If I just let that money sit in my bank, what's going to happen? I might be able to buy a cool little shirt, maybe. I might be able to, I don't know, buy a new freaking small car, because cars, you can buy them for 250 euros if you really want to, for example. You can buy a lot of things, maybe a new laptop, but none of those things are necessarily going to get you a freaking load of money, which is why I'm often trying these new investment programs. Sometimes I try some of them. Most of them don't really work, but I try them. I never talk about that in videos, though, because I don't recommend any of that to anybody ever. And even though none of these videos are financial advice anyway, I just don't want to show you guys that type of risk, right? The GSX thing, the reason I show that is because I do think it actually has quite a lot of potential. I talk to the team quite often, and yeah, I do think it has a lot of potential in the sense that it has a good plan. They have quite a lot of backing. They have quite a lot of credibility in the sense they have a lot of money. Yeah, are they the most legit product in the world? Definitely not. Do they have a lot of benefits though? Definitely so, and I do trust them more than quite a lot of other projects that I've involved myself with, which is why I'm trying to be very selective with what I show, since I do understand that some people may not read the disclaimer, may not understand that it's not financial advice. I'm trying to make it perfectly clear. I tried all the time, but it's very difficult to get it through to people's heads that my investment decisions are not supposed to really affect yours, right? I'm just trying to show you guys what I'm doing. You can build something on top of that by doing your own research, but I'm trying to just show you guys news and sometimes talk about my holdings in the process, as that may get you a bigger picture of what's going on. But you shouldn't just take my words as financial advice. I'm just trying to make that clear because I don't want people to be hurt when something does happen, which may occur. By the way, Happy New Year from Ripple. They used to do Friday Facts, but I don't think they actually posted a Friday Fact today. Might actually come out later. I just kind of noticed that. Maybe this is their fact for today, because it's officially New Year. Pretty cool. Then pro-crypto or anti-crypto, you can't deny process. I've talked about this specific scenario, not the specific article, which is that it doesn't really matter exactly what you think of crypto. The fact that crypto is being adopted so hugely cannot be denied. From any gold bull or even crypto bear just in general, it doesn't really matter whatever they say, because we all know to the dot that crypto is pushing through. Whatever you try, you cannot stop this locomotive anymore. It just goes choo-ka-choo-ka-choo. It just blasts through every single hater who ever said, "Nah, crypto ain't gonna do nothing." It just keeps pulling through. And every time you see another just horde of gold bulls or just Bitcoin bears, whatever you want to call them, it's all basically the same thing, saying, no, this is definitely the end of the bubble. This is where it's going to turn around, or Bitcoin cannot sustain these gains, or Bitcoin is going to turn around eventually, or people are going to be hurt. And it just keeps on blasting through. And I keep saying, man, for me, it is not about how much money you make with crypto, but it is about how many coins you can get, because eventually it'll either be the standard, or you'll just be happy that you bought so cheap. Because every time we go 4 years into the future, just to make sure that I'm kind of correct in this one, every time we go 4 years into the future, you're just like, what if I had invested 4 years ago? And that's that fun thing. I was at a little gathering, right? Or at least I was with two people a little bit earlier. And they were talking about, getting into crypto is definitely not the best time right now, right? And I looked at them like, what? What are you talking about? It's not the best time. And even though I can agree that buying Bitcoin right now is very odd sounding, or it feels kind of unnatural because it's at its all-time high. The thing is, guys, even if you bought Bitcoin at its previous all-time high, you'd still be in a huge amount of profit right now. Like 80% or so profit you'd be in. You understand that? Every single time you look back at an all-time high, you're like, well, that was not a really high move. It's just a high point at the time, but in a couple of years, it'll be even higher. So I personally tell my friends, which they do not take as financial advice, it's just kind of a fun little joking manner. I tell them because, well, screw them. If they lose money and they come after me, I'll punch them. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't know what to say. I'm just trying to make sure it's not financial advice, but it's pretty hard to word it through because I just want to make it very clear. But trust me when I say it's very difficult to make people really understand that I cannot tell them exactly when they should buy, or that something will be 100% certain that it's going to gain, or that my decisions are smart. I see a lot of people say, man, oh, you act like such a guru. You're trying to scam people. I'm not at all. I'm never saying buy anything, but all right. You can do it, but I'm not saying you should. I tell these guys, like, man, if you want to get into crypto, just do it right now and just buy your way down. So you just get in right now, and whenever you have some money left, the Bitcoin price is going down quite significantly, you just buy yourself some more. Because if you were to wait for the all-time high, another dip, you'd really just wait around your computer, just sit and have some orders in. It could be that really we go to, for example, 34,000 first before actually falling back down, which means you definitely lost out on some money if you wanted the quick gains. Of course, if you're here for the longer term, you can't wait it out, possibly, because it could also be that we go to, let's pick a point, I don't know, 32,000 before falling back to 16 before going to 90,000. Pick something, I don't know. It's just a random miscellaneous guess. Yeah, from that perspective, then you can pick up some cheaper coins because I do think we'll go back down eventually. But it could be that we're going to go to 90,000 this run. Who really knows? Because crypto right now is being picked up by institutions rather than just being hyped upon. So it's really hard to say. Binance will cover $10 million of cover losses. I was a little bit earlier talking about some exchanges, right? And how some exchanges are doing very, very good jobs and some are, not doing that many good jobs and some can be done a lot better. I find it really interesting how Binance is putting so much of their own money, even though they make a freaking fortune, don't get me wrong, but so much of their own money, so much of their own effort into compensating users, which they don't have to do. I just find it really kind of pure and interesting how they keep pulling through and keep doing that. I like it a lot. Then, how much Bitcoin is left for retail traders? Who pays the price of Bitcoin that institutions control? Well, I think it's pretty cool that institutions are buying so much because it does actually help quite a lot for the general adoption, and it does help a lot for the demand because it's always in place. However, it does not help for the supply and the liquidity for crypto as they're taking it up and putting it into their own little platforms. So that is definitely not that nice. However, in the end of things, I do find it pretty cool. At least, I should say I find it pretty cool that the amount of crypto that's being bought right now is just insane, and that the launch of Backed was already so long ago as well, man. I feel like a freaking old man if I look at these dates right now. When we first got into crypto, it was all so different in comparison to what we're seeing right now. In the timeline, I don't even remember when I started my YouTube channel, but it was definitely somewhere in the middle of this. It is pretty crazy to see that it's been so many years since we started talking about it, and we're still here. We're still here, guys. We haven't been shaken out. Some of you guys, I also see you have like a subscriber icon, which dates back from over 3 years ago. You guys are appreciated. I think I started the YouTube channel like 3.5 years ago now. 2018 for sure, 2019, 2020. No, almost 4 years ago I started the channel. I think it was February 2017. Not when I officially started, but when I started doing crypto. Maybe February 2017. Maybe somewhere around that time. It's crazy, guys. Crazy. Analysts don't sweat Bitcoin buy-in price. 300K is coming. Bitcoin is trading at just below $30,000 per coin at the start of 2021, and all signs point to the coming year being the cryptocurrency's best year yet. FOMO has only just begun and is so currently strong. Any corrections have been minimal and bought up in days. True. I mean, it's a constant rise, which is definitely the bull run. We already expected that though, which is just continuing on. Looking pretty damn juicy though. I'm very happy to see Bitcoin move like this. I'm pretty excited for what the future has to bring for all of us. Then Polkadot becomes the 6th largest crypto ahead of Bitcoin Cash. They beat them, and I personally bought some more Polkadot because I didn't have any. All right, funny. I had some Polkadot way earlier, got rid of it though because it already gave me so much, and now I'm FOMOing back in. Kind of funny, right? It's not because I want to make a good little short-term trade on this. It's just because I want to have some Polkadot for the future, and I'll just see what happens to it. I don't really care. If we lose some money, well, we'll lose it. If we win some money, we win it. That's the way I roll. You know, that's the way I invest. That's the way I go for things. Of course, I'm always rational, guys. If I think something is going to lose me money, I try to get out. But for example, with XMR and everything that's happening, yeah, you can try to get out, but you can also try to look at the bigger picture of things. It just depends on your view. Then gold's bugs nightmare, Bitcoin records new peak against yellow metal. If you actually look at the chart here, you can see that Bitcoin is making another new high against gold, looking pretty damn juicy if you were to ask me. Look at these numbers, guys. Pretty damn amazing. That's against gold, by the way, if you're wondering. BTC XAU. Wow. Then moving forward, I'm, by the way, using a mouse for right now because I told you guys, my laptop is like very far on the left and I have to stretch myself and break my back to record this type of stuff than if I want to record my bigger screen instead of the small laptop screen. But, you know, I just put in my old little mouse from the computer that broke when we were recording last time or something like that. You guys remember that from like half a year ago or so? My computer just broke down. It was pretty funny. Last time this indicator flashed, Bitcoin dropped 38%. Now it's back. BS. I don't really believe this type of stuff at all. I'm not really into this at all. So, yeah. Funny to me, though, we were talking about 29,000 for Bitcoin before falling back down. So if it actually does, I'm going to maybe quit YouTube and become a freaking guru. Might have to do that because it just means that I know how to trade, which I am not really too convinced with normally. I like to do these short-term things. I even like doing these longer-term things as well, but I didn't really think I would succeed so well. And as of this point, every call we've made on the channel here has been pretty damn accurate, even though I am not recommending anybody to take up on them. We're just talking about them for fun. It's been pretty damn accurate, and if we really don't go past 30,000 and fall back down from right now, I might have to take a break and recatch my sanity as I turn into a kind of an immortal status, I kind of feel like. So hopefully it breaks past 30, going all the way to 34,000. I really, really hope. U.S. representative demand deadline extension for devastating crypto rule. Once more, I think this is one of the scariest rules that the U.S. government has actually come up with, but U.S. representatives have now demanded some extensions because it's actually really BS. It makes no freaking sense that the government has come up with this. Well, I don't even know if I should call it government because it's kind of government against government. A bipartisan group of U.S. Congress people is opposing a devastating crypto law proposed by the Treasury Department, and I'm not a U.S. citizen. I don't know how it exactly works. I don't know which of these parts are officially government and which ones are, others, but before the Christmas holidays, U.S. authorities began the formal process of enacting a devastating crypto rule, and I kind of feel as if they did this on purpose just before the Christmas holidays, because that way you actually get a lot of people who don't go to work, a lot of people who are having their days off and would rather not spend their time with all this work right now in times of holiday. So they might have a better chance of just making a very quick 15-day rule, because if you do that just before the Christmas holidays, you might just get it passed, and that would be a very bullish thing for the government. The proposed rulemaking granted 15 days for seeking public comments, which expires on Monday. 9 members of U.S. Congress have written to the Treasury Secretary to extend the incubation period to 60 days because this is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in crypto on my life. This is the dumbest, literally. But everybody's against it. These guys are just trying their best to get it freaking out of the window because it's so stupid. I literally do not know what to say. It's so stupid. It would definitely really hurt crypto, but I hope they will be fixing it. I thought I had another one. Yeah, here it goes. FinCEN seeks info on U.S. citizens' offshore Bitcoin holdings. This is actually kind of the same thing. It's kind of different, but it's kind of the same thing. It's basically just FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network of the U.S. Treasury Department, is just really going after crypto and hosted wallets. They basically want to know where your money is. They want to know how much you have. They want to know how much you're transacting. They want to know that it's really you. You got to confirm everything. You got to put up everything. You got to put up every single paper. I don't know. You just got to have so many new responsibilities all of a sudden because they want to crack everything down. I don't even think it's really strange you have to disclose your offshore crypto holdings. I think that's completely normal. You have to do that in every currency, so it's not really strange. It's just kind of strange that they're really going for heavy regulations in that sense instead of just kind of small ones to start. However, I do completely get this one. I don't think it's really strange. I thought this rule was kind of in place from the start because you always have to tell them how much money you have, so I don't really get that one. But, people were not happy about this, so I thought I should quickly share because it is getting rid of your privacy. And then Bittrex, on the kind of the privacy note, is to delist privacy coins such as Monero, Zcash, and Dash in about 2 weeks. Privacy coins are under scrutiny by regulators and they do not want to mess themselves up with this. I believe Binance Australia has actually also delisted them, or at least is going to get rid of them, at least stop trading. And yeah, this is just being done either as a preparation for something bigger, in the sense that they want to get rid of privacy coins for either hacks or because they think regulations are coming. We don't really know, but they're getting rid of it, and I needed to tell you guys about that for if your money is on there. And last but not least, US government fines BitGo for allowing users to bypass sanctions with cryptocurrency. We also will see so many lawsuits in 2021, guys. It's going to be very funny to see how a huge amount of new lawsuits are going to be formed. BitGo apparently failed to prevent persons apparently located in Crimea region of Ukraine, Cuba, Iran, Sudan, and Syria from using its non-custodial secure digital wallet management service. Yada, yada, yada. They always want to catch you in some way, shape, or form, even if you don't elaborately try to make money off of things. Whatever, right? Whatever. In 183 cryptocurrency transactions, BitGo process totaled $9,127.79 and took place roughly between March 2015 and December 2019. So I don't get really what this is all about, but whatever. Screw it. It's a $100,000 settlement. I don't think BitGo really cares too much. So yeah, it's pretty funny though. It's a $9,000 issue and it's a $100,000 settlement. That's interesting, right? But that's lawsuits for you. Guys, that was it for today. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And if you haven't done it already, make sure you do it right now because, well, you'll get a cookie from me then, hopefully pretty soon. Thank you all for watching. See you guys again in another crypto video and take care.